what the Ghana man said is not totally right. It's not totally correct. I feel that this Nigerian man considered defeat so easily. Maybe he didn't do certain research well before he went to sit on the show. Saying ciao, hello, welcome to the Crooked Truth. My name is Mello and I am your judge here in this court. I may be hard sometimes, but trust me, I will tell you the truth without any fears and without any filters. On here in this court, always remember that truth over emotions. I don't know why I always have to tell people that here, when you want to understand what we do, just be quiet. Come here with no emotions. Come here with open mind. Come here with no side taking, because we do not take sides over here. We say things as it is, no matter who you are. So just come here, flash everything in your brains or in your memory so that you come here whole or empty and listen to whatever we say over here before you leave a comment. We don't hate someone. We don't have special people that we love. Here, everybody is the same. So please, we urge you to be sensible when leaving a comment. Don't insult. If you insult, we may be forced to also reply you with insults. I always say that if you don't agree with someone, leave a reasonable opinion or counter that person reasonably without any insult. That is what I want people to know. I'm not a real judge. I'm not a professional lawyer or a professional judge. I'm only here for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes. That is what we do over here. We try to correct people to do the right thing. We commend people over here. So it's only educational purposes and entertainment purposes. Kankabi drew my attention to something in the comment section of a certain short video that I posted about Nigerians and Ghanaians. It's English. English lessons, English pronunciation and phonetics. So I took time to also sit down and think about it and realize that yes, truly some people were making sense in the comment section. So we had to come back and check some things and also give what we have to give out there. But before we go into the main case, I urge everyone to remain silent before this court. Order in court. Now let's see what Kankabi brought to us.
If you say H-O-T, Nigeria will say hot. H-U-T, he will say hot. H-U-R-U-T, he will say hot.
Oh, yeah, tell us what
so
it
if
is.
he goes to exam, he will fail.
Those three examples.
O in the middle of two consonants is O. U in the middle of two consonants is A. U-R in the middle of two consonants is A. So it is church.
Church.
With
Me, I'm
me?
going to church. Me, I'm going to church.
Which is the Nigerian dialect.
Same.
At the end of the day, I was kind of agreeing to it because I just felt in terms of linguistics, if I'm God and somebody is calling me God, if he or she is praying to me, I will not listen because I just assume he's talking to a different person. And in terms of rivalry or whatever, that I feel we have a lot of things to gain if we work in unity.
So this is what Kankabi drew my attention to. Now, this video did well. It had more than 1,000 views on TikTok. On Instagram, it's still doing well, 40K or 30K views. On YouTube, 13K views and going. That is the shorts on YouTube. And I feel people really have concerns about this video. Now, there is something we are going to look at. First of all, I feel that the Nigerian man in this video was a little bit hilarious. That is why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing because Nigerian English is not better or Ghana English is not better, or Ghana English is better than Nigerian English, and vice versa. I wasn't laughing because of that. The video was just hilarious from what the Nigerian man said. Something like, you want to go to church, I want to go to church. You see, it's very, very funny. That is why I was laughing in the video. Now, we are going to stress on something that the Ghana man said. Having UR in the middle of two consonants and having O in the middle of two consonants and how they sound. Now, I feel that this Nigerian man considered defeat so easily. Maybe he didn't do certain research well before he went to sit on the show. That is how I feel. So this Ghana man said what he knows or what he has read or what he has studied, and the Nigerian man agreed to it so easily. This is the same way some Ghanaians also agreed to what the Ghanaian man was saying, and some Nigerians also agreed to it. But upon what I saw in the comment section, what the Ghana man said is not totally right. It's not totally correct. You see, the English language is not a Ghanaian language. It's not a Nigerian language. We are all learning that language, or we all learned that language because of our colonial masters. So Ghana has their own tonation when it comes to the English language. Some things we pronounce it, our colonial masters, Britain, they do not pronounce it like that. Nigerians also pronounce it differently. Even if you go to other African countries where they speak English, they have different pronunciation and tonation all over. I went to Vietnam to teach, and we Ghanaians, we have our own tonations. Even though we speak English, we try to speak like the British, but it's very difficult to speak like a British unless you have stayed in that country for a very long time or you were given birth to in that country. Even my colleague Eric, who is an American, also has a different tonation and different pronunciation. Even if you go to America, the Americans, they have different pronunciations. You understand? So Ghana has its own version of English. Nigerian has its own version of English. Even in Vietnam, where we went to teach, they have their own version of English because they cannot pronounce things like Americans or Ghanaians pronounce. You see? So we will look into what some people said in the comment section, and then we try to correct some things. I feel Nigeria won over here, but the man who was on the show couldn't realize that. But some Nigerians are pointing out some things which I think they also have a say. The Ghana man wasn't totally right. Now let's read this. This guy is called Adakaf. Well, I think that's just a cover for the real thing. He is an English teacher, yes, and teaches how to pronounce these words, but O in between two consonants. Oh, why then do the Ghanaians say pastor for pastor, ignoring the fact that the O in pastor is in between two consonants? Ghanaian accent is in many ways off. Don't come and use one thing to defend another and think we won't see how it does not apply in another angle. This guy is really making a very huge sense. You see, Nigerians mention pastor, which we Ghanaians say. They mention it pastor because the O is in the middle of two consonants, T and R. You see, they have a reason to argue for that. And even in phonetics, O and R come together to sound or. Or. You understand? So why then do Ghanaians not say pastor, but they say pastor? Even when the O is in the middle of T and R, which are two consonants, it means that what the teacher in the video said does not apply over here. So Nigerians have won over here. It's always good to learn. I don't know if this teacher will see this video and come and educate me and other Nigerians. Maybe we are getting it wrong over here. Now let's see what another person said. Hashtag son, S-O-N, hashtag son, S-U-N. How does Nigerians pronounce this words? So with the S-O-N, Nigerians pronounce it son. You see, son. With the S-U-N, Nigerians pronounce that one to son. You see, so son and son. But in Ghana, we say son for the S-O-N, and for the S-U-N too, we say son. So Nigerians are asking, why don't we say son that they say, but we say son for the O? Because the O is in two consonants, which is S and N. You see, does this not make sense? It makes sense. So for me, I feel that it isn't always like that. The rules and laws do not apply all the time, like the way the English teacher said or the Ghanaian man said. Let's even look at this. We have P, which is a consonant. We have T, which is a consonant. And we have U in the middle of these two consonants. But we don't say pat. We say pot. So why? Somebody should explain to us. English is not as easy as we think. English has a whole lot of rules that even the English people themselves, they do not understand. Like I said, if you go to UK, if you go to America, their English are different. Even same people in UK who are British, they have different tonation, they have different accents. You understand? This is something we should know. Ghana try to speak like the British, we understand. Nigerians, they have their own version. If you go to other English-speaking African countries, they have their own version of English. We are all trying to do it right. So, Mr. English teacher from Ghana, please, if you see this video, come and educate us on this point that these Nigerians are raising in the comment section. For me, I feel they are trying to date Ghanaians, and you have to come and defend us, so I also understand. They are making sense in what they are saying. Guys, English is not our language. We are all trying to learn from people who the English language belong to. My only concern is that if I speak my version of English, you speak your version of English, and we understand each other, there shouldn't be any problem. All that matters is that Kweku understands Baba. All that matters is that How understands Melo. All that matters is that Eric understands Aboki. This is the main important thing. Just get the basis of English and communicate with each other. Let's all move forward. This is not a big issue, so I don't think people will take it to heart and harm or hurt each other. Anyways, if you've watched till now, kindly consider subscribing, hit the notification bell, share the video for others to see, and come here, leave their comments. Also leave a comment, your own opinion without any insult. Let's all have fun and learn over here. On here, we always strive for glory, we strive for success, we strive for travels, we strive for the truth and anything important. Truth over emotions over here. Your boy Melody, I'll see you in the next court session. May all the courts rise.
No more. If you know make money, friends go dog you. Nobody self go love you. You first step up your hustle, cause one day you gonna make it. If you don't make money, friends go dog you. Nobody self go love you. You first step up your hustle.